do this slowly because when I do it fast, it starts getting spacey. So this is why it kind of took me so long. I watch a lot of people videos and they just like, they rapping like super fast, but they do this often. They've been doing this for on probably 100 heads. So first what you want to do, as you can see, I just braided my hair, and you'll see like I will insert, or probably maybe before or after this I'll show you, but I braided my hair. It's not going to even focus. I ain't even going to try. I braided my hair and then I braided it like halfway and then I twisted at the end. You know, it's not necessary to braid it all the way down. I mean, you can, but it just takes a lot longer to do it like that way. So you'll take like the longer piece. In this case, because I have a 22 inch, I think it's 20, I have 22 inch and I have a 12 inch. Before I had two 22 inches, so you know, everything was like the same length kind of, but still you want to make this one longer, like it depends on how long you want your hair to be. So you would kind of like do it like uneven. You don't want to like, I don't want it like super long because I don't feel like braiding all that, but like you want it like uneven, and then you just hook it wherever. Like the girl whose video I was following, she kind of hooked it down like in the middle kind of, but I hooked it up a little higher because I don't want it like super heavy on the braid, like weighing it down too much if it's too low. So you just kind of like use your hair as the third strand that you're wrapping. So like when you do the braid, your hair is going to be the third one. So that's how I've been hooking all of them. You can like braid your hair with the hair, but it just takes longer to do that. And it'll look like this. And it's real secure. It doesn't, see, you can pull it, it locks in, so it's really secure. So you'll have to get one of these, which is a crochet needle, and this is what I would normally do with the other 22 inch hair. It would be easier, but for this I'm gonna have to wrap twice, and I'll show you. I'm gonna do like the add-in where you add the hair in the middle, add another piece. With the other one I didn't have to do that. When I had 22 inches it was like easier, but I didn't think that the store was gonna run out of the hair. So but anyway, you stick this through. Hold on. Let me show you again, because I just did that real quick. I didn't even say anything. Let me get closer. So you'll take this right here. You could open it. You open it and then you slide it through like the middle of the braid, like that. And then you'll take the hair, the 12 inch or the other 22 inch, and you'll leave that, I leave it like even, I leave that even to wrap around, and then you'll just hook it like this. Ooh, I know this is probably blurry, I'm sorry if it is. Okay, so you would just close the latch like that, and make sure all of the hair is in there, because you don't want to like just pull a piece of the hair through. See, like this, look, I didn't gather all of it properly. So you open it back up, just take the whole thing off, and then hook it back, and make sure you have all the hair on the hook. And then you close it, and then you just pull it through like that, and it should go through really easy. If it starts getting like tangly, take the hair off and do it again. Don't even, it shouldn't get caught to nothing. It should slide right through without a problem. And you just pull one side through. You'll hold, oh, I was holding the wrong thing. You hold one side like this, and you pull the other side through so that it looks like this. You want it to be like this through the braid. Okay, so here's the other part, the challenging part. So you have to like detangle this. You don't want to wrap it like this in this curly state, because it's not gonna, you're gonna see the braid underneath. It's gonna be spacey and shiny and stuff, and you want it to look more dready. So it's best to like separate it. And then I take a brush. I use a regular brush. Some people use a Denman brush. I wouldn't use a Denman brush on this hair because this hair is curly. And when you use a Denman brush defines curls. So I found it doing what it does to my natural hair, which is making it more wavy versus trying to like brush it out. I don't know if I was doing it wrong but the way that when I was brushing it through, it started getting more like defined. So I use a Denman brush like one time on one piece of hair, and when I saw what it was doing, I was like, nah, I need like a brush. So it's best to like separate it by hand first, because this hair tangles up very bad. Like, look, it does that, and it'll do that. It'll keep doing that in big clumps, and like you can go through it and try to get it out, but you're gonna eventually end up having to like rip that piece off. So, or you can do this before you put it on the crochet needle and pull it through your hair. You could kind of brush it out. That's what she did. She detangled it and stuff, but me personally, I don't do that because it's hard when it was in the back of my head. It was harder to put the hair on the needle and get it through when it was all like roughed up. So, but this, you got to be careful when you're separating it when it's already connected to your hair, because you don't want to pull your hair. You don't want it to like pull on your scalp and stuff. So you just gotta be gentle with it, and just make sure it doesn't slide through when you're doing that too. So, and I just kind of like open, and then I'll take the brush and just kind of like brush it. Oh, once it's all brushed out, you're gonna take one side. Make sure it's separated, like make sure you have, like you can see the thing. Okay, so you're gonna take one side and you're gonna hold it this way, and then you're gonna take the other side and you're gonna hold it with the braid. Okay? And then you'll take this side and then wrap it around. Do not pull it tight. Like, you don't want to pull it tight because you're gonna start ripping out your hair and stuff. Like, you don't want it too tight at your roots. So, but you just gotta wrap it and try to make sure it's tight enough so that it won't start unraveling. So I kind of like hold the braid, and you just wrap it around maybe like 3 or 4 times before you start going down, because you want to make sure. And then when you're wrapping, wrap over or on top of each other. Like half of this needs to be on top of the old dread. I mean, on top of the part that you already twisted around, so that it doesn't have any spaces in it, if you know what I'm saying. So you just keep wrapping it around. It's like real simple. I do this slowly because when I do it fast, it starts getting spacey. So this is why it kind of took me so long. I watch a lot of people videos, and they just like, they wrap in like super fast, but they do this often. They've been doing this on probably 100 heads, like this hairstylists and stuff. But I haven't, so I have to make sure. I'm sure the next time I do this, I'll be a little bit better. So I just kind of like, she said that she was like pulling, the girl whose video I was watching, she said I'll put her name in the, I'll actually put her video inside the box so you guys can check her out. But you kind of pull it, and she said she would like twist it counterclockwise, like towards the curl, the same time. I haven't really seen that being too effective, but I just kind of like make sure it's tight, because when I first did it, I wasn't like giving it that little pull. It's not a super tight pull. Like, you don't want to feel like it's tight squeezing up here. So I gave it like a little tight pull just to make sure it's like not super loose, because then it will unravel, and then it's gonna look like this one. You don't want it to look like this one. So you kind of gotta like make sure you twist it. But it still feels a little tight because my hair is like tender because of what it just. Okay, so redo. I said I was going to try a different way because I want to make the roots black, so I was going to add black to it and twist the black first before I twist this part. So I might have to show y'all like another dread just where it's simple with just this. But for this one, I'm doing something different. Also, when you're separating this hair, make sure you do it real slow. Like dramatically slow, so it can pull apart, because if you try to like separate it real fast, it's not like regular Remy hair or whatever hair I use. It's not like regular human hair. It's gonna tangle up like crazy. So I'm just kind of like brushing this together, and I'm gonna hook them both on the same needle. So I had to take it out to do that because I messed up. Oh my gosh, this hair looks like so scary because it's so thin. I shouldn't have made it this small. So I just had to pause the video for a second because I know you're like hella confused about what's happening here. So I said I was going to do the black root or show you how to do the black root at the same time of twisting it, and I didn't. And on top of that, I was twisting it too tight. But the reason why I still left this clip in is because I wrapped it so beautifully that I wanted to show y'all how to wrap it. So, but that's what's going on here, just in case you're confused. I'm redoing it. So, bear with me. I made it like so small. Okay, so once again, you stick the... Ooh. And if you do it wrong, try to like get the hook off. Don't rip the hook off because you're going to rip your hair out. Like, get it off slowly. And make sure you open the latch. Sorry, I keep forgetting to do that. Open the latch. Push it through the center. Hair feels so fragile. I don't recommend this, y'all. Do not braid them this small because... Ooh, chile. I gotta be real gentle with this one. So, close the latch. Pull it through. It should come through really smoothly. Then you'll find out which one is one side and you'll pull the other side through. Make sure you hold it all. Then to check it to make sure it's all through and it's even, you just hold both sides and just kind of like do a... Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the black. Try to find the black. Okay, and I'm going to wrap this black part around my roots. To make sure I wrap this black part right. So you just kind of do it the same way that I did it before. Wrap it across. Don't pull too tight. Okay, so I did that a little bit. Now I'm switching pieces. So you find the two pieces again. And now the piece that I just wrapped around, I'm going to hold that piece and I'm going to hold all of... You hold all of these pieces with the braid and you'll kind of take this gold piece and wrap it around that. And just don't wrap it too tight. I did the black and then I switched to the gold, and then once you switch, you'll have like a little piece like this left. Once you wrap one half around of the hair that you pulled through, you know I told you to split it in two, you'll have this much left of it, and then you'll take this and you'll put it with the rest of the hair, like the bunch. Then you'll grab that other side of the hair that you pulled through and you'll use that to start wrapping around the rest of the bunch. So you just kind of like detangle this. And when you start to detangle, start from the end of it. It'll make it easier. Don't try to start from like up here and pull it all the way down because it's going to make it more tangled. Just start from the bottom and start like separating it like that with your fingers. I don't know if you can see it. So we're coming to another end. We're coming to another end where I'm gonna wrap it around maybe 2 more times. Okay, so you have like a little piece left. Again, take it, put it with the rest of the bunch. So now you're getting to the actual hair, the braiding hair. Okay, so it's still the same thing. So I'll have to detangle this because it's super curly. So you'll split the braiding hair up. So I'm gonna take this whole part right here, and then I'm gonna start wrapping it. So while I'm doing that, I'll tell you guys, I started off with 30, color 30, and color 27. The color 27 in his hair doesn't look like the color 30 in his hair. None of these colors look like how colors look in other hair. It's off, like very off, like, I don't know, like really off. So the 27 inside, I still have pieces in it because I didn't feel like taking it out. This is the 27 right here. You see how it looks like a gold look? When you get outside, that gold is gold. Like it shiny. It looked like shiny gold wrapper paper or something. It just looks fake. And I don't like it. So I took it out. I'm taking it out slowly but surely. I'm going to take out the gold. I don't really like that color. And I'm just being honest. So you'll take the braiding hair and you wrap it. Make sure when you start the braiding hair, you wrap it around the part that you're beginning at a couple of times, just so it's like secure and it starts to blend well. And then you'll just take the rest of the hair and just keep going down. I'm sorry if I'm not like making super sense. I'm tired and I just said to myself like I need to go ahead and do this video so I can have some footage. And I would say it takes about, in an hour, you probably do like three to four dreads. And people were looking at me like I was crazy when I said that. Oh, you do 3 or 4 dreads in an hour. They was like, you just don't know what you're doing. I'm like, no. I mean, I get if you're experienced, you probably could do maybe 5 in an hour, but no, like this is tedious. So I'm coming to the end of this piece. And I'm going to switch again. I'm going to keep switching until it gets to the desired length that I want the dread at. This right now is too short for me. It's like right here. And I kind of want it the length of the rest of these. So I'm going to go ahead and separate this piece right here into 2. And I'm trying to hide the black hair. My black hair is stretching down all the way. I don't know how. It's this long, but whatever. So I'm not wrapping with the black hair. I make sure I put the black hair with the piece that I'm holding. So you take this piece right here, bring it around, hold it with the piece that you're going to wrap around, and then you take the other piece that you broke off when you separate it in half, and then you start wrapping with that piece. You wrap around the whole bunch. And sometimes if you feel like the piece is too thin, if you can pull some hair out of the hair that you're holding. You just like kind of hold it and separate the piece that you're holding in your hand, and then add it to it. I'm not going to do it because there's some black hair in this, so I'm not going to do it, but you just like, you'll add it. You can add it to the hair that you're wrapping around. The dread, and then you'll take that hair and wrap it around on top of the glue. So I kind of just like spin it like this. Spin it, spin it, spin it, and then I rub on it, make sure it's nice and stuck on there. And then she said you just take it and just kind of like do a little rolling in your hand. I'm not going to roll all the way up because that's going to twist the dread at the root, and I don't want it to do that. So for this one, I'm going to do the adding method. Take this, and you kind of got to feel it because you're not going to be able to see what you're doing really. Hook the hair on, close the latch, pull it through slowly. Hold one side, pull it through. Start brushing. Take it, make sure you have one piece. braid. So this one, you'll wrap. I'm not doing the black hair on the back. I just care more about the front for when I put it like in a ponytail and stuff. Just make sure you gather all of it. Another thing I forgot to say, she pushes up like in the middle. Like she'll kind of like push the dread up. Because this hair slides a lot. I'm going to tell you that. That's another disclosure. It slides down and you have to keep like pushing it up sometimes to make sure like the braid is not showing. Like sometimes it slides. Okay, so I got to the end of the hair that I wrapped around. There's still just the braiding hair is left. To add the hair, you'll take this and you'll hook it to the hair like this. So, and it's just like kind of up against it, and you're holding it with the braiding hair. You're holding a half of it with the braiding hair, and half of it you're going to start wrapping around. So you just start, make sure you wrap it a couple of times. And that's all you do to add. You just kind of hold it, hold one half, wrap the other half. And just make sure you wrap it around a few times. And it'll be secure in there. It's not going to like fall out once you wrap. And this hair is real tangly. That's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing when you're dreading it, because when it starts to dread, it like stays. But it's a bad thing because it's just real tangly.